Yesterday, the young novice told me she had once again traveled to Hangzhou and Shaoxing. She was profoundly joyful on this journey. She visited Lanting, a place she had long yearned to see, discovered several locations mentioned in Lu Xun's writings, and encountered a person in depth, Xu Wei. She said he was the pioneer of Chinese freehand ink painting, and that the likes of Bada Shanren, Zheng Banqiao, Qi Baishi, Wu Changshuo, and Li Keran all regarded him as a master. She spent 3 hours there, utterly immersed, gaining a new understanding of Xu Wei. Previously, she merely knew of him. Now, she truly understood. It was different. At that moment, I recalled a memory from years ago when I took her to the Los Angeles airport. Suddenly, a 1.87-meter-tall, enchantingly androgynous person glided past us, almost brushing our shoulders. A light fragrance lingered in their wake as they floated 3 meters ahead, then turned their willowy waist to glance back at us with a bewitching smile, before whirling away in a graceful 360-degree turn. That moment has remained with us ever since. A shared memory, vivid and unforgettable. Also yesterday, I chanced upon another video of Jiahe crossing the river to the east. They were speaking about Japan's decline this year. Their explanation, earnest, sharp, intelligent, and beguiling, deeply moved me. In the past, I merely knew of them. This time, I came to understand them more deeply. It was no longer the same. I sincerely believe that the internet has changed our world. Today, people can face one another plainly, with clarity and candor. In the past, without the embrace of the web, emotional connection was like a marathon run towards a distant horizon. The physical body imposes limits and defenses which breed suspicion and make trust hard to sustain. Without the internet, human understanding would fade, and the earth would again and again be stained with blood. Thus the First World War erupted, and soon after came a second great wave of slaughter. It was the absence of a bridge between souls that birthed such massacre. Perhaps that is also why ancient poets wrote with such elegance. Their words opened a solitary window leading to deeper isolation. There were few opportunities to meet and no freedom to wander. Thus the soul fermented in solitude, ground deeper and more solemn. Great works were born in suffering. Lovers braved storms in the night, drawn forward by a silent conviction. But in the present and future, such towering writers may no longer emerge. People like them have nearly vanished. When eyes no longer meet and spirits no longer align, the mind turns inward, soaking in its own sorrow, pickled in brine, forming a crust. On the subject of love, I must confess I once feared same-sex love. I felt unsettled and troubled. That fear arose from a vague discomfort, rooted in my shallow assumptions about man and woman. At first, all I saw were surface-level tensions and discomforts. But after deeper thought, I finally understood. When we set aside the flesh and free the soul, those seeming distortions are in fact noble and refined. That realization shook me. They are purer. We are the flawed ones. I observed them from afar, not with disdain, but with reverence. I saw their serenity and the graceful way they embraced, calm and unhurried. Though I have not lived it myself, through the light of the Spirit I sense their strength. Unmasked and transcendent, in the body they possess a dual beauty, the sturdy frame of man, the tender joy of woman. In spirit they meld in harmony, man's depth and resilience with woman's finesse and insight. What beauty lies in such interweaving, a woven tapestry of extraordinary allure. There is no need for struggle nor cause for sorrow. In a single body, passion and care become one. The soul is whole, both fervent and radiant. In the video, I quietly watched Jiahe speak, gently, rhythmically, with fragrant words and deep tenderness. Their words, sharper than they seemed, sprang from pain but brimmed with wisdom and integrity. Their insight outstripped conventional understanding. They are always one step ahead in life. This is a truth I had never voiced before. I have never truly known such a person, not even one. And if I had, I might not have dared look upon the sun again. I wonder if we could ever be friends or even share a room. Their brilliance is too great, but I fear I would be eclipsed entirely, but from afar I sense their light. Perhaps they are the original justice, the true essence of humanity. They are our foundation, pure and genuine, not what we are today, but what we once remembered being. Years ago I held a Bible in hand and traveled across Los Angeles, visiting churches and temples to pose questions weighing on my heart. I asked the priest, if God is all-knowing and wise, why is this world full of deceit and lies? If he is omnipotent, just and pure, why did he create a world brimming with hatred and desire? If he truly fights evil, why does the devil reign by night? Temptation and fear, all the devil's playthings, yet God merely whispers from the shadows. If he can breathe stars into being, why not blow away the devil in a single breath? The church answered me, do not try to understand. God's reasons are too profound. His will is remote, unknowable, beyond human reach. But such replies seem too smooth, too neatly packaged. Mortal words covering a divine failure. Then they told me of original sin. But if we all bear guilt from birth, where did sin originate? If we are flawed from the start, then must God not have crafted the devil? The sins we carry are the price of paradise, for we are born of a fallen hand. Still the church said, do not question, do not presume to guess. God's ways are not your own. The church proclaims, his path is unfathomable, his deeds beyond all mortal boundary. To probe divine intent is fruitless, only confusion and burdens follow. But if we cannot understand his truth, why then does he seek our souls? Why commune with mortals instead of staying with the divine? Or in mercy, why not make us divine too? He spoke the world into life. Can he not, with one breath, let humankind share in holy light, and thus escape the pain of mortal fate? In search of answers, I travelled far, crossing cemeteries under starlit skies. I studied philosophy, wrung logic dry, yet remained lost, my spirit unrelieved. The only conclusion I could draw with certainty was this: the Lord and the devil are one. They are two faces of the same hand. To utterly defeat darkness, God must also fall, be wholly destroyed, for he is both light and shadow, the unity of opposites, the final coexistence. It is through this dual divinity that we come to see those who love one another are his people. It is through this we realize why weddings require the priest's blessing, for they mark a sacred convergence. In ancient times, humans were whole, male and female in one primal form, but the Lord, fearing solitude, issued a command. They were separated, and thus loneliness was born. He took a rib from Adam to make Eve, and from there discord began. At that moment the seed of pain was sown. Split souls now wander life in search of their shadow, a quest that never ends in wholeness. This division brought longing, conflict, and war. Each soul aches to retrieve a lost unity. In this fractured world we are born with marks, our wounds deep. We suffer in pursuit of a return to that ancient peace, but there are some whose love transcends the ordinary. They mirror the unified form once seen by God. Their love is unbound by gender, faintly revealing the original beauty God once beheld. So when the church condemns us as born sinners, it is not our failing, but the design of the God within us. He himself tore us apart, and in doing so sowed imperfection into our very blood. We're only trying to recall that first memory of completeness and beauty, be it revered hero or feared executioner. None are truly whole men or entire women or pure spirits. Those twisted, broken, obsessive and wounded in that fallen world never encountered a true sign of God, but these androgynous souls, they seem born whole, full of kindness, a seamless merging of opposites. An ideal form. Still I ponder endlessly, caught in this riddle. If they are already complete, why do they still seek? If they embody both poles, why yearn for another? If one holds both yin and yang, why remain bound by desire's flame? If they are self-sufficient, perfectly rounded, why the need for touch, for longing, for love's soft whisper? Why crave another's embrace? Why cling to the comfort of another? Perhaps, in truth, these luminous queer souls are but remnants of a once whole humanity. When dual souls fell into separation, they became the surviving glow of the lost entirety. And even as they shine so brightly, they are not the full brilliance of that original light. True androgyny may not be the same as that unspeakable yet deeply real love, but in their spirits we glimpse more clearly the lingering embers of sacred unity. And the rest of us mere shadows in hiding, bruised and broken, fragments cast away, soulless and estranged. To become whole again, to end earthly sorrow, we must embrace the night's union, the return to one. We must welcome the mingling of dark and light, the entwining of yin and yang. Only when opposites unite can Eden's original calm and joy be restored. We must walk the path of reunion, to heal the tear, to soothe wandering spirits. In a love without boundary, timeless and endless, we may at last behold the true face of God, that most honest friend, the most authentic divine.